What if I told you your brain is fundamentally wired to be a terrible finisher? You know that nagging thought about the email you didn't send or the task you almost completed? That persistent mental hum isn't a flaw. It's a mechanism. It's the Zeigarnik Effect, and it's a psychological secret used by Hollywood directors, best-selling authors, and the most productive people on the planet. This effect isn't about finishing what you start. It's about interrupting it, and understanding it will completely transform how you focus, learn, and succeed. The discovery is almost accidental. In 1927, Soviet psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik was watching a busy Berlin cafe waitress. The waitress could flawlessly remember dozens of complex, active orders. No notes, no mistakes. But the second the patron paid and the order was completed, the memory vanished. Zeigarnik ran a study. She gave people a series of small, rapid tasks, puzzles, simple math, clay modeling. Half of the group finished every task. The other half was intentionally interrupted on half of them. The result? The interrupted group recalled the unfinished tasks 90% better. Your brain views incomplete information as a survival threat, an open loop that demands cognitive resources. This is the paradoxical insight. Your memory doesn't prioritize what's done. It prioritizes what's left undone. Now, here's where the power shifts to danger. Think of your working memory like a browser with only 5 tabs. Every unfinished task, that half-written email, the gym session you skipped, the argument you didn't resolve, is an open tab. Psychologists call this task-relevant intrusive cognition. It's your brain constantly whispering, "Hey, don't forget this." In a 2011 study at Florida State, subjects performed far worse on an aptitude test when they were simply told they'd return to an unfinished task later. The mental load of the open loop was crippling their focus. So, how do the hyper-productive break this exhausting cycle? The answer is deceptively simple and almost anti-intuitive. It doesn't involve willpower or aggressive time management. It involves a precise psychological trick to convince your brain the loop is closed, even when it's not. This is why TV shows end on a cliffhanger. They don't want you to feel closure. They want the Zeigarnik effect to compel you to tune in next week. But we can flip this tactic inward. Look at Ernest Hemingway. His secret to avoiding writer's block wasn't grit. He would always stop writing mid-sentence, sometimes mid-word, when he knew exactly what came next. When he sat down the next day, the open loop created an immediate, powerful cognitive draw. There was no blank page anxiety, only the compulsion to finish the sentence. This is the first actionable beat. If you're stuck on a big project, don't try to power through to a natural breaking point. Force a stop at an easy point, a clear step, an obvious next paragraph. This creates a psychological vacuum that your brain will instinctively rush to fill. But this trick won't work if you skip one critical step. The danger is that simply stopping leaves you with a truly open, taxing loop. The master key to leveraging Zeigarnik without the burnout is the planning substitute. A study by Dr. E.J. Mazzacampo showed that the key to eliminating the intrusive thought isn't finishing the task, but making a concrete plan for its completion. When you deliberately stop, immediately take 60 seconds to write down the next 3 micro steps and when you will perform them. This isn't a vague note. It's a specific, verifiable plan. Example, if you stop writing, don't just write finish paper. Write 1. Open document at 10 a.m. tomorrow. 2. Write transition sentence for paragraph 4. 3. Research the 2020 statistic. This single act acts as a cognitive offload. You've handed the open loops management off to the plan, freeing up your working memory immediately. Your brain wants to finish things. Let's make it work for you. Try the Hemingway stop on your next task and tell me what happened in the comments. And if you're tired of the mental clutter, make sure you subscribe, because next week we're diving into the cognitive bias that makes you constantly underestimate the time it actually takes to complete your to-do list. Don't let your open loops stop you from subscribing. Click that button.